Time out. We got a good video out. We got to run some monster trucks out in the field, and I think I broke the Savage. It's not happy. Thing would just rev up, no wheelies, no movement. Something's definitely let go. So first things I want to do today was we're gonna dig into that Savage, the LRP 32. Need to come up with a name for that thing, because I'm tired of calling it the LRP 32 Savage. It's way too much to type. So let's go grab that thing. Let's start taking a look at it, see what kind of damage I did. All right. Gonna need a better view of this. That thing is so freaking big, it's not gonna fit on this way. All right. She's a monster. That thing is awesome. All right, let's see if we can get a better view of it. So much stuff. There we go. All right. But a lot of people have been asking where I got this body from. This is actually just an HPI body. This is their Raptor. I don't know if they're in stock anymore, but really nice kit for the price. So here's the problem we're having. Listen to this. Sounds like there's something scraping on the inside of that. I don't know if something let go, a clutch shoe or whatnot, but we're going to have to start by getting this engine out, because I'm obviously not going to be able to get to that clutch while it's inside this truck. So let's start some disassembly. Throw this out. Okay. Disconnect our fuel lines. That's done, that's done. We gotta get the carburetor linkage has to come off. Just get that off for the time being. And what else we got? Carb linkage. I'm going to take the tank off just to get it out of the way. Well, that one's kind of hard to get at. Now that'll work. We're going to take the tank off and we can get some cleaning done while we're in here. No, I don't want that. All right, cool. All right, back to what we're doing. Why will this not catch up? All right, cool. All right, let's get this engine out of here. Oh, these are 2.5s, I believe. Yeah. Let's get these screws on out of here. These Savages are fairly easy to work on, but they got so much stuff jammed in such small, compact areas. So you got some grass jammed underneath that motor mount anyway. Where are the other ones? There we go. Hope that clutch ain't blown apart. All right, that's in there somewhere. No, it didn't come out yet. Getting there. So much. Okay, there's our engine. Bolts back. All right, let's do a little cleaning up while we're in there. SLC, what's going on, brother? Don't know yet. Hopefully nothing. Maybe it's just making some racket for no reason, but I doubt it. Usually when there's a sound like that, something broke. All right, we got the engine out. We can take a look now. All right, we can get you on the other tripod. We can take a look at that. Absolutely hate this tripod. All right, so let's take a look here. Got the LRP 32. This thing's been running real good. I got it kind of broken in now. She's definitely more happy than before, but you can hear it. Something's going on. Let's pull it apart. Let's pull it apart. 2.0. Need something I can hold on to that with. I don't know if this will open up enough. Okay. Definitely something going on. All right, let's keep all these shims in order. Wow. All right, seems like we look inside the bell. Let's see if we can get a good look at it. See a real shiny spot? From what it looks like to me is, this will be a simple fix, is the inside of the bell is rubbing the studs that hold the clutch shoes on. That's all that noise is. You can see there's witness marks on top of the shoes. See the pins? How nice and shiny they are. Yep, just gonna have to restack the shims. Not too bad. Landshire lad from the UK. Good to see you, brother. If anybody's new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Everybody hit that like button on the way in. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's all we got so far. It looks like everything's in good shape. I don't know if maybe I should upgrade these shoes at a later date because it's a 3-shoe clutch, but they're plastic shoes. Maybe an aluminum shoe would probably be a better deal with this much power coming from this LRP 32. But yeah, that's not a bad fix. I think we can make this work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the smaller shims from the outside. We're going to move it to the inside. That's all we're going to do. See if that'll help. But see, something like that could have ate right through that bell. If it would have ate through that bell, we would have been in trouble. So, I think it was a good catch, if anything. There we go. One little shim on the inside. That noise is gone. That was an easy fix. Thank God. I needed a break. All right, let's reassemble this thing. That's awesome. I'm pretty stoked about that. I was hoping not to find shrapnel in there. Okay. I'm gonna get some Loctite on this. Where is the Loctites? That's red. We don't want red. There we go. I'm gonna put a little bit of Loctite onto that right there. Is it a little bit? It's a lot of it. It's okay. That's why we use blue. All right, cool. All right, man, that's not bad. I'm stoked about that. Sweet, easy fix is right, SLC. I'll take that all day long. All day, every day. Let's get this tightened up and we'll double check, make sure our work is right. There we go. Noise is gone. Nice and easy spin. No side-to-side play. I'd say that's a fix. Let's do a little cleanup on this real quick. Throw that back into the truck. I'm stoked. That was easy. I was hoping that was going to go easy, and it did. So, it's good. More time to work on the 21. All right, let's clean this up a little bit. I just want to run a rag over everything. We're going to put it right back in that truck. We'll get the gear mesh set. And that'll be ready for another run. I think the main issue that I was having with it, I think the, what's it called? The slipper clutch came loose on it. And when the slipper clutch came loose, well, that was that. That thing was not pulling wheelies. Wasn't happy. But I tightened that all the way up. Now we got that sound fixed. Yeah. Rusty, what's going on? Nice, easy clutch fix today. That was it. All it needed was a shim moved from the outside to the inside because it was rubbing the posts that hold the clutch shoes. That's all that noise was. I'm happy about that. All right. Oh, geez, checking in from the lot in the rain. Oh, man, one more truck to run and I'll be heading home. Peace out, nerds. Nice. Yeah, Lancashire lad. Yeah. Yeah, like new. Pretty good. I'm happy that I caught that. Like I said, with you rubbing those... see, here's the problem. If that clutch bell kept riding on those and rubbing those studs, it would probably mushroom out the top of those studs. And then when you go to try to put new clutch shoes on this, you're in trouble because you just pretty much wrecked the flywheel pins. Or it would have just kept eating into this and it would have wrecked the bell. Or it would have just kept going and clearance itself and never made a problem. So I don't know how that would have played out, but I'm happy with nice, easy fix. All right, let's get you on the other tripod. We'll get this truck back up here and we'll get this put back in. This is sweet. Nice, easy fix. I love it. All right. Start getting this monster back in. Working on these friggin' Savages, I'll tell you what, you almost need a bigger bench. Things are huge. Alright, let's just get these screws started. Where do we put that? Oh, you're gonna be that way, huh? A little bit of Loctite. Perfect. Get the front one set. Then we'll do the backs, and then I'll just have to figure out the mesh and then tighten everything down, and that's just reassemble the rest. Smiling Island, what's going on? Yeah, the balancing act is nice. These Big Joes make it nice and easy. Okay, don't want to tighten them, just want to get them started. What else we got? Yep, just OG. I haven't been around RC in a long time, but that engine exhaust look huge. Yes, it's just an LRP 32. Not uncommon that you see in these things, but yeah, man, this thing's a riot. There we go. One more. I'm gonna flip this thing over to do that. Oop, there we go. Are those drivers magnetic? No. Rub them on a magnet and probably do it yourself, but do they come magnetic? No, no they don't. Oh. This is the one that's always a pain. with me if you can't see. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. Let's try and get her meshed nicely. I don't know if I like that. Let's tighten the front one down and see. Actually, that's pretty good. Get that nice click? I'll deal with that. That'll work. Just that little bit. Perfect. I don't know. Just I don't know if that's supposed to, that shaft's supposed to move like that. Do we have another problem maybe? Let me check something. No, that one has play like that too. Try to slide that engine back a little bit. Got a loose screw here. Gonna have to tighten that up. That's weird. Let's see. Smile Now says, I love that carbon chassis. Yeah, man, those things it does look awesome. Seems to be holding up very well. I've got the LRP in my Losi LST2. Nice, easy engine to tune. Once you get it broken in, it seems pretty easy, but I'll tell you what, this thing fought me pretty good during the break-in. Just, I don't know. How's that feel? A little on the tight side, but that looks better. Trying to center the, this has, I believe, to be a Robinson Racing gear. So it's not that thicker gear like you get from the factory. It's more of a, like a saw blade style. Right up there. That's much better. Okay. Still good. Okay, tight. 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 All right, let's tighten up that 1-2 millimeter. We can start playing with the other one. There we go. That's much better. I like that. That'll work. A lot of adjustment in these motor mounts on these things, which is a good thing, but could also be a pain in the butt. All right, carbs hooked back up. Let's get the fuel tank back in. Get the lines going. Just like that. Let's see. All aspects, what's going on, brother? Castor, cannabis, and coffee. There you go. Good way to start your morning, huh? All right. Tank is in. Feed line. Fuel line. I don't know if I should shorten that up. Let's take a look. I don't think it needs to be that long. I think if I took it and shortened that up a little. There. Yeah, let's do it. Every time I work on this, I like to critique it just a little bit. Like I said, I want to make one of the coolest, nastiest Savages out there. There's some good ones out there. Got to keep tinkering. Find the fault, fix it, and go. There we go. Fuel line looks good. Feed line looks good. Got to tighten that exhaust. There we go. I want to find a better exhaust for this. This has an RD Logix on it now, which is a pretty good pipe. But I want something kind of nice. I don't know what I want. I don't want one of them end bleeds that's going to blow stuff all over the place. I'd like to find me one of them carbon fiber pipes. That would be it. But I don't know. If anybody knows where I can find one of them at, that'd be great. That would be great. All right, let's see. Air filter. There we go. That it? That should be it. All right, let's throw a zip tie on this air filter finally. Keep on forgetting to do that. There we go, that should do it. Yeah, a little long on the fill line. Yeah, if you're upside down, it gives you some borrowed time. I agree. I just don't want it dangling around. I still got a good 8 inches there. Should be all right. Mount that down so you can't see it. There we go. That ain't going anywhere now. Exhaust is tight. Engine is in. Mesh is good. Tank is back in. All right, we're good. Sweet. I have a Vantage pipe on my Fortec, probably too small for a 30. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be too small. I probably have to find a Vantage pipe for like 8 scale buggy. That would work. That would definitely work. And I mean, with these, I can make a mount work with it. I'm sure I can figure something out. All right, cool. Need to come up with a name for this thing. Like I said, the LRP 32 Savage is awful long to keep typing out. Need a name for this thing. A Nova buggy pipe should work pretty good. Yeah, I have a couple. I have another one on another Savage I was thinking about too. I have a Hot Bodies pipe that would look pretty cool. I also have that Dynamite pipe, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. But let's check this thing out. A couple of you are new to it. This is the LRP 32 Savage. Basically, it started off as a grimy Savage 21. Ended up turning into this. I got stuff on the body. Oh well. LRP 32, Spec 4, pull start motor. It's got the Big Joes, axial double bead locks, carbon fiber chassis, carbon fiber shock towers. I don't know if you could see them. That's why I did the bed this way. Carbon fiber shock towers. Had to put a wheelie bar on it because it absolutely needs it. 4-gear diffs. It's got the 2-speed with reverse. Gotta love the reverse. But yeah, this thing started out as a real pile of crap. And I think it came out pretty damn nice, if you ask me. Servo for the steering is terrible. It's got upgraded steering servos from the X59, and they still can't turn them Big Joes from a stop. So, gonna work on that soon. Other than that, she's a ripper. This thing goes good. All right. So let's see what's going on in the chat. All aspects. Yeah, nice, man. Yeah, this thing came out real nice compared to what it was. It was pretty bad. So, all right, the LRP 32 Savage is fixed. That was great. That was a great fix. I'm happy I took a good look at that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Nyland, man, that's a nice truck. It came out pretty good. It started out as a 21. Now it's definitely not a 21 anymore. It's got everything all the way up to the X59 in it. Like I said, I switched out the diffs to the 4-gear diff, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. What else does it have? Stock dog bones all the way around. I didn't do anything with that. No aluminum, no nothing fancy. Pretty much the way it should be. The only thing that I kept from the 21 was the transmission, most of the arms, all that good stuff. It still has a 21 bar in it. Who needs steering when the wheels are up in the air? Yeah, that's pretty much how you have to turn this thing. You stay on the gas, get the front end light, and it'll turn. Yeah, it sucks. I don't know. I'm going to get a higher torque servo for it. We're going to try again. Like, this thing will not turn these wheels. But, yeah. All right, who's ready for the next one? Because I'm stoked. I really want to get into this next one. Got to get a good view for it, though. I got to figure something out. right, cool. Let's try this thing over here. Here's what we're going to do today. We're going to have a little side game. Liking the clear bed so you can see it. Yeah, man, that was one thing I wanted to try out because with the carbon fiber in the back and show off that LRP, I was like, let's try a clear bed. I thought it looked kind of cool. Who needs steering? Yep. All right, we're going to try a little something this week. We're going to see if I want to try different angles. And I want to know which ones you guys actually prefer to see it in. I only have so much room because my bench is up against the wall, so I can't go out far. But I can go back, and I have a little room to the side. What's a better view? That's my question. He's like that. Something on the lines of that we can do. Or I can do in the front. I got to rebuild a CRF 50 head. I'm out. 4-stroke? Nah. All right. Let's try this one out. See if anybody likes this one. I could probably zoom in better for what we're doing with that way. But, all right. Any of you Savage fans out there, everybody knows what this thing is. And they know how hard these are to find. This is a... Jason, what's going on, brother? This is a pretty much, I'd say 95% original Savage 21. And this body is a solid 9 out of 10. It's got a scuff here, a scuff there. But, I mean, when you get a body this nice, like this will not be ran. You look at the back. There is the back of the bed isn't even tore up. All the stickers are nice. Like this thing, I wouldn't say is 100% like out of the box perfect, but it's about as close as you're gonna get. I don't think you're gonna find a nicer 21 body than this one. All right, now this 21 only has a couple of issues. Like I said, it's 90. I'd say it's a 90% stock. It's got the stock 2-speed. It does not have reverse. It's got the stock springs, the red springs that OG likes. It came with those like it should. It has the 21 tank with the primer. We're going to give it a shot. If it doesn't leak, we'll keep it on there. If not, I may have to switch that out, but that'll be determined once we run it. I know it runs. Thing's got a ton of compression left. Still has the stock plastic gear. I mean, this thing is 100% stock. The tires are not dry rotted. The wheels are very nice. I'd say they're about a 7 out of a 10. There's a little bit of the chroming coming off. But the only thing that they changed on it, this has a better servo on it. This has a, I believe it's a Savox. Let me double check. No, sorry. It's got a high-tech Ultra Torque. So this one hopefully will turn the wheels. So today what we got for this is pretty much everything that we're going to need to make it look good again. And we got the electronic stuff. So that way I can pretty much get this thing dialed into my radio. And I'll be able to make a video of this probably very shortly on its first time out. This is going to be basically we're going to get it running. And I'm going to take it apart and we're going to go over all the aluminum. We're going to make it shine. And I'm going to clean this from top to bottom. This one has a little bit of a little sentimental value, so I'm not going to kill this one. This one is not going to get jumped and beat. This is a survivor, and that's how we're going to keep it. But one problem we had with this is, let me see if I can get a good view of it. That cooling head. I don't know if something fell on it or what, because there is very few scrapes, if any, on that roll bar, but it's cracked. I have been looking everywhere trying to find a super clean 21 head, and I couldn't find anything. I mean, I would buy a full engine. If I could find that head clean, I would buy the full engine. So, plan B. I'm not really concerned about it being 100% stock. That's not I don't care. So, I thought to myself, I'm like, well, OG said he's heading home and nothing's broke. I'm such an underachiever. Must try harder next time. Yeah, I didn't break anything either, so we're good. So, long story short is, think about it when this thing was new, back in the day. We're gonna go way back. And you had this happen. These things were a dime a dozen. They were still available. You can buy them brand new. Would you put a stock head back on this? And I thought about it, and I was like, I know I probably wouldn't. If I was gonna go and spend the money to buy a brand new head for this, I'd probably buy an aftermarket one. So which one would you buy? That would be my question. And I happened to come across one. And this is what we're going with. I have a still brand new in the package, Golden Horizons 21 head. I think that is going to look a lot better on there than that cracked head. I wish it wasn't blue. I would have liked it to have been purple, but this is the way they made it, and that's how we're going to run it. So I think this is a good find. I did not get this cheap. This did not come cheap. Trust me. So let's get to work. I want to see what this thing looks like on there. And then we're going to have the fun part of tearing into this electronics box, and we're going to get a receiver wired up in there. We're going to make an antenna tube for it, get it programmed to the radio, set the endpoints, and we're going to bring this back to life. This thing hasn't probably ran in, I don't know, let's say 10 years, probably more. Lancashire Lad says, my 21 has same broken head. Apparently it was a fault with them. Yeah, it could have been. Like I said, I don't know what happens. Like, you look at this, it's got a couple of shots here on these aluminum, on this roll bar. Apparently it was probably done with the body off because the body has none. But it's in really good shape. I mean, those scratches are, you find me one without one. Let's go that route. Unless you have a brand new one in the bag, it's going to have a couple. But yeah, that head, you can't find them. I found a few of these, and they look exactly the same. So, I'm going to mess that up all day. Lancashire. You're just gonna be lad now. I'm not I'm not gonna fight that all day. Anyway, they all look like this. They're all cracked. They're all broken. Or I found one that was unbroken, but I mean it was so mangled up. I mean, I'd rather it have been broken at that point. Urban, what's up? How am I doing today? Doing great. We have nothing broken in the LRP 32 Savage, which we need a name for, by the way. And all it was the clutch bell was grinding itself onto the pins for the clutch shoes. It was a shim and fixed. It wasn't bad. Let's start loosening this head up. Now, doing some vintage upgrades here. Period correct. Looks like it reuses the stock head button and everything like that, so that's nice. Randy, what's going on, brother? No self-promoting. Don't worry, you can do whatever you want. OG's not a mod anymore, so you can't do nothing, do what you want. I can't find it. There it is. There we go. We are going to need this head button, which is stuck. Okay. Give her a little tap. Should be right out. There it goes. All right. Yeah, that's the broken boy. We're done with you. Clean this head button up. A little bit of oil on there. Take a look at that sleeve. Nice and clean in there. Very low use. Grab a microfiber. Let's clean the top of that off. There we go. Yeah, very little use on that thing. That sleeve looks beautiful. Broken in very nice. It's got an OS glow plug in it. OS, what number we got? OS 8. Okay. All right, now the painful part. This thing's been sealed for how long? Not anymore. Listening while you work. Yeah, hiding in the corner. I do that quite a bit at work too. Looks like a good look at this thing. Looks like it has, the top part is made out of the same aluminum as the rest of the head. But it's got 6 screws in it, so I bet you they sold different colored head tops for this. But man, this thing is sharp. Look at those cuts. That thing looks awesome. Look at the shine on it. Yeah, I'm stoked. This is going to look awesome. We're going to put that right in the engine. We're not going to do it that way. Just like that. Okay, okay. Loctite's a waste of time on these, so don't do it. The engine heat is more than what the Loctite is going to hold anyway. Okay, just get it started. Let's do the other. Now, since this is a 4-bolt head, always do it kind of how you do a 4-bolt car tire. One across from the other, and then go in a full circle. That way we know we got the button down flat, everything's sitting flush. All right, that's the last one. Let's start it. Tight, turn. Tighter. I usually like to do these in like 2 or 3 steps. Don't rife down on that first one. Remember, these are just simple hardware. These are not like hardened bolts or nothing like that, so you can snap these off. Okay, now I'm just going to go around one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Let's take a good look at it. That thing looks awesome. It's a nice little upgrade. Take you down for a sec. So, there we go. I love the cuts on that thing. That looks so good. I think that looks awesome. What do you think? Nice little upgrade. I think that's a definite good replacement over the cracked one. Go from this cracked to that. It's gonna be a shame I get that first scratch on that thing. You know I'm never gonna find a top for that again. Who knows? Maybe I'll put that on my watch list for eBay. Nyland's digging it. Lad's digging it. Going, what's that? I have a Pico with that head going in a Revo. That's going to be fast. I want to do a Revo project next. Anybody that's been doing the Revos, what motor mount are you guys using for the big blocks? And I'm going to have to figure something out. I want to run a pull start. I want to have to try to find one of the bump boxes. I would love to put one of my Nova Rossi 21s in there. Trim the cracked head and polish it? Nah. That's a lot of work. Even the one underneath it's cracked. Not broken, just cracked. Or is that a... No, it's cracked. Nah, this thing's junk. We're going to hang on to this thing just to have it. Maybe we'll make a... I was thinking about taking I don't know, a piece of like a board of some sort. Use the Traxxas kit. Okay. Make it some kind of board, and I'll just, you know, all the different cooling heads that I have that are no longer used, maybe I'll just hang them up as a decoration or something. The Traxxas kit? Yeah, I seen that kit. I was looking at that. I don't know. I don't know yet. I gotta shave. I'm getting grizzly. But that Traxxas kit, do you have any problems with it? You said you're putting that engine in. I was watching, what's his name? Haywire chopped a couple of heads. They did look kind of neat, but I don't know. I got a lot of work going on. Maybe I'll save that as a side project. Maybe if you want to see that, we can do maybe a custom head. All right. Now the fun part. Let's dig into this electrical box here, which everybody loves. I love a Savage box. And there we go with the $5 holler. RC Empire, Texas. Thank you, brother. Some nitro fuel on me. I just had to re-up on my nitro fuel, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, Tex, I appreciate it. I'm signed in under my other account. I could probably hit the like button on that. I'm gonna try it. Boom. There you go. You're the man. Yeah, I've been going through fuel like crazy. That LRP 32 Savage is vicious on fuel. None. Already used a Pico. Just swapped them. And that's is that a backplate or is that a pull start? I'd have to find something with a pull. I would love to see if I could fit one of them LRP 32s in there. I don't know about that rear arm. That's the problem. All right, let's get these pins out. I hate these Savage boxes. Hate them. No room for anything in these things. Okay, there we go. So what do we got going on here? Let's figure this all out. Let's pull this right out. Okay, my receiver's got to go on the top of this. That's our battery. That's our steering. That's our throttle. Okay, okay. Right, we got to clean that out. Rear arm slightly, let's see, what's it say? I'm guessing now it's supposed to be easy start with a rear arm slightly shaved. With what, the Pico or the 32? Because that 32 is a big boy. Because I have an easy start. I mean, a roto start for a 32. So that'd be one less thing I got to buy. I'd have to find a 32 because I believe they're out of stock. Has anybody had any good luck finding a, what's it called? A starter box that you can just use a rear engine? Okay, so what do we need now? We're going to need the receiver. Let me get my receiver. But yeah, I'd love to put a big block into a Revo. That's a project I really would like to do. Okay, we got our 215 here. I run Spectrum. I like the Spectrum stuff. All right, we're gonna need. I'm gonna mount this somehow. So where are we gonna mount this? Probably right here. Make sure, where's that battery lid? Yeah, plenty of room to mount it there. All right, we're gonna need a 3M pad. I have to clean this up a little. I have not tried mine yet, but the other Pico I'm swapping is bump start Hercules and an X-ray. Nice, nice. What's this on the floor? Screwdriver. All right. Get ourselves a 3M pad on the back of this thing. We'll get it mounted onto that plate. All right. Y'all have a great day. Randy, good seeing you, brother. Gonna try to bump start it first. Yeah, I'm not against a bump start if I can find a box that'll work good. That's all. I know you could find them on eBay, but I have no personal experience with them or anybody I know really uses them. So that's what I'm looking for, is somebody that's actually bought one of those. I forget who made them originally, but you could still see them. They're for sale now and then. There's a company that still does them. Okay. There we go. I want to do it this way, I believe. If I do it this way, I can get the antenna wire over to where it's supposed to be, like that, and actually put a little aerial on it underneath the body. So let's do that. Okay. So this is the battery switch. Okay, we're gonna have to modify that. And that one. That one's good. Okay, so we're gonna have to modify two of the plug ends because they have that little tab that sticks out for no reason at all. So we're gonna have to do that first. All right, pull out the Dremel. Let's hit it. Yeah, if I can find somebody that has one of those bump starts that's been using it, that'd be awesome. But yeah, I want to put a big block in one of those. I don't know how long that transmission's going to hang on, but we're going to try. If I got to put metal gears in it down the road, we can do that, but... All right, find some place that'll put that off to the side, and here we go. Okay. Let's see if that'll fit. Like a glove. Getting good at that. Friggin' have to do it so often because Traxxas still puts them on. I guess these HPIs still had them. All right. Like I said, all I'm doing is trimming that tab off the edge. Okay. So that's the burn, so that'll be number 2. Go this way. Perfect. That's number 1. That one we didn't have to do nothing with. Wonderful. Now I just got to figure out what we're going to do. I guess this is a little bit of an easier job on this one because you can actually stick the wires down where the reverse servo would be, whereas my other 21 actually has that reverse, so we can't. So just switch them. It's the same exact thing. That'll be quicker, wouldn't it? Okay. And servo did move. All right. Sweet. Okay, now I gotta fire that radio up. Let's put this away. If I don't need it, I'm getting it out of here. All right, you gotta focus really out this time. All right, Nylan, I'll catch you later, brother. Appreciate you stopping in. Oh, boy. So I guess OG got rained out today, so I guess he's gonna have a couple of videos. He's gonna be a little soggy. That's gonna be a good one. All right. Weapon of Dremel destruction is put away. Let's get the radio. Make a new channel for this. Let's start getting things figured out. Okay. Model select. You want to create a new one? Yes, I do. Add new model. No, cancel. New model. There we go. Model name. Put the model name in this thing. I wish you can do this easier. G. Lasso Kid, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. You broke the engine? No, sir. We didn't break no engine. Fixed an engine. We, the LRP 32 was a very easy fix, thankfully. All it was the clutch bell was rubbing on the inside against the little pins that hold the clutch shoes, the little posts, the 3 posts that hold the 3-shoe clutch. So all I had to do is move the shim stack around. I took it, I put a shim on the inside that was on the outside, and we're fixed. Right now I'm just taking a while to put a name in. Okay, Savage 21, there we go. All right. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna turn that thing on. We're gonna bind this thing. So we'll hold that down till it flashes. Now when we do the bind, we're gonna hold the brake fully in, start the binding. It found it, perfect. See, now what I did was, with the Spectrum, I'm able to put a nice fail-safe in this thing. So basically watch what happens. Well, okay, everything's in the right direction, so I don't have to mess with that. If I take it and let's say we lose radio, we're gonna shut the radio off. Boom, just applied the brakes. Well, it will apply the brakes. We still have to adjust everything. All right, now that that's done, let's pull that off. Let's start doing our endpoints. Man, that servo, even though it says high torque, still won't. All right, we're gonna have to put this up on something just to prop it up. What do I got? That'll work. Can of Never Dull. Assembly lube comes flying down. Put that back. Just so we can get the endpoint set on the steering. Travel. Still not high enough. Let's pop it up one more. There we go. Right about there. We'll set that at the same. Okay. Now let's see what we're doing with the carbs. All right, we got to open that carb up a little bit. There you go. Looks like we can probably just tighten that brake up a little bit manually. So let's see here. Carb fully open. We can adjust that brake on the fly. We can do that later. There we go. She's alive. We'll play with that brake when it's actually on the ground. Surprised. I figured that servo being it says high torque right on it would move these wheels. It won't. Must be a Savage thing because I can turn the wheels fully on the ground with my MGT. Did anybody else notice that? It's got the original HPI air cleaner, man. You don't see them very often. How many kg servo is it? Hold the throttle while turning. Transmitter off and the failsafe will activate. Correct. We'll double check that again. So right now brakes are off. I turn transmitter off. And the brakes are on, but like I said, we're going to need to adjust those. So that's cool. Let's see what we got going on. That's what kid's saying hi to OG. I think he's here. He got rained out today, so he might be here. Hold the throttle while turning transmitter off. The failsafe will activate. Yep, that's what I did. How many kilograms servo is it? I'm not sure. It didn't say. It's let's see here, high-tech HS645MG. Let's see if I can look it up quick. Come on, laptop. There we go. High-tech HS. What is that, 684 I said? 645 MG. What do we got? Not a very expensive servo. Somebody wants $71 for it, but you can get it from A-Main for like 35 bucks. So no, I'm not surprised. Let's see, A-Main. Let's see what they say. Yeah, it's still available. Oh, back order. Okay. Nope. Sorry. Back in stock, just like that. Thank you, A-Main. Sure, I'll take your cookies. Why not? Speeds, torque. Oh, man, that ain't much.
Give up. It says like
I bought them from Jenny's, and they were just so cheap. And I figured they had to be better than stock 21 servos. And yeah, I'm here downloading vids. High-tech Ultra Torque was the bee's knees back in the day. Yeah, not that great. For a truck, you need 30, 35 kilos. Yeah, I'm looking. There's a nice one from ProTech they make, but it's like 170 bucks. It's like 600 inches or whatever. Like it looks like a pretty bad deal, but $170, my God. All right, let's start to make an organized mess out of this. Well, first I want to tape these batteries. Always tape your batteries. If it's a truck that I'm going to use hard, like the Savage, the LRP 3221, like I said, that needs a name. OG was nice enough to give me a reedy battery that he said he would never use. I used that. I switched it to a IC3 plug, and that's what's currently in that LRP 3221. If I don't intend to use it very often, I have no problem using these AA holders. But if it's something that you're going to use hard and send to the moon or use often, these are not the way to go. But for this purpose, this thing will be used special occasions now and then. It's not going to be used hard. This is going to get an easy life. These will work just fine. I got some nice 9 iMod servos. They're all metal. They work real good. Is that one of those ones off of Amazon? Is that one of those? I've personally never bought them. I came into possession of a couple of them, and I think I had 2 of them. One of them right out of the box was bad. There we go. Yeah, it's a lot more easier to make do with these wires when you don't have a reverse servo. I like that. That don't look bad. All right, so now we're gonna need a small little aerial. Unfortunately, I have pink and green. Maybe I can use this black one. Or do I have another piece of a black one somewhere? Will that fit? Oh yeah, that's gonna be tight. I like that. AliExpress, probably 25 bucks US. Jeez Louise. All right. How big do we want to go? Up there. All right, we're gonna need a lid. I like running these. ProTech makes them. You can get them in different colors. My only complaint is I always end up with a ton of extra straws, but never enough of these black tops. See, like now I'm completely out, and I still have 7 straws. I don't believe they sell the caps separately. I mean, if you're running a basher, I would just run it, if you got to run an aerial, just run it extra long. And then don't even worry about the cap, but or should we put a real long boy on that, make it look old school? All right, so now we're gonna need some glue. We're gonna shoot it. All right. Best servo I bought off eBay, Stupid Power and Speed, 2 for 52 bucks. Yeah, would you have to check them out? I'm sorry, I'm old school. As far as I like buying name brands, but I mean this new stuff that's coming out, it's just as good, and it seems like the price is cheaper. I just haven't done it yet. All right. This is how I make mine. I just throw a little bit of tire glue in there. Just like that. The only thing when you do this, super important to make sure that this is dry before you decide to put it into the car. Because if it's still wet, you're basically going to glue your antenna wire to this thing. I'm going to put a little zip kicker on there. We're going to speed it up. Where do we put that? There we go. There we go. So I'm just going to let that sit for a couple of minutes. And we'll put the... oh, I can't. I was going to say we could put this back together. Best servo I bought. Yeah, I'm willing to try one out. I'm definitely willing to try one out. 2 for 52 bucks. I talked to OG later. I'll get maybe a link off of him. And maybe I'll get one and I'll try it out. We'll see if it's any good. And if I like it, maybe I'll take the second one. We'll do a giveaway. When I hit 800, we'll do that. I'm gonna pick up a couple of those. Right? When I hit 800, we'll do a servo giveaway. Then we'll do a review on them. See if they're any good. I can't imagine they'd be too great for two of them for 52 bucks when I've paid $180 for a servo. So I'll put my money down. Prove me wrong. God, that cooling head looks good. Oh, gee, what are the chances you think that this this primer is going to be good and it's not going to leak? I don't know. We'll see. Okay. That zip kicker works pretty quick. I'm pretty sure we'll be all right. There we go. A little bend. That'll work out. All right. There we go. Yeah, so if you don't have the reverse in your Savage, it seems like you can get the wiring to fit in a little bit nicer. I didn't have the room with my other one. Okay. Let's put our antenna in. There we go. Put that under the linkage. Just like that. Okay. Start with the back one first. That's the easy one. Now the front. Lovely. He says, I use it in the Doomsday truck, the big yellow one with the oversized wheels. The servo so fast, kind of hard to control. So yeah, I'll buy more of those servos. So it's OG approved. We'll try it. There we go. Everything fit? Something come unplugged? Let's take a look at that. Got no powers. No powers. Okay, got something going on here. Lasso says, this is the Savage we were watching with Urban, right? Rynks' wheelie's good. No, this one is going to be, this is the all original 21. Does it wheelie good? We'll find out. But no, this is absolutely 100% original. What do we got going on here? Why does we have no power? Okay. Let's take a look. Batteries seem fine. Let's try that other battery holder. This one did this once before. That's why I did not trust this plug end. That's why I switch out to the IC3. The IC3 I know is not going anywhere. I do not trust these little red plugs. Not one bit. Well, like I said, for how often this is going to get used, I don't think it'll be a problem, but it seems to be giving me a problem. Let's see. This is the original one. Looks like this battery end has some crust in it. Some big time crust. Let's see if we can take, if you look inside here, look at this. I didn't even notice it. This switch may be bad. Let's see if we can do this. Come on out. You know you wanna. Come on out. I wonder if this switch is going to be any good. Wish I had some connector cleaner, but I do not. So, is that the original pipe also? Yep, this is 100%. Oh, switch is broke. This is going to need a switch. I don't have another end for these, I don't think. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I'm going to have to order a switch for this, but I think I have a way around this. Yeah, I do have a way around this. All right, well, obviously the switch is bad. The end is bad on it going into the thing. It's all blue. That's the issue. So what we're going to do for time being, and since we can do it, is I have this one. Traxxas 3039 has the plug already on it. We're just going to go and just run it hot. We're going to go turn it off. We're just going to have to pull the box. It's going to suck. I'll have to order a switch. I believe they're still available on AMAIN. Are the batteries new? Yes. Those came out of the Savage with the 32 in it because I put the Lifey battery in it. Okay. So let's pull the batteries out of this one more time. I have a lot of these little battery packs laying around. When the hobby shop closed, the local hobby shop closed, I cleaned them out of them. Wasn't anybody else going to buy them. Nobody else plays with nitro in the area. All right. Mew Drone, what's going on? It's kind of strange, though, that I was having that same problem with the 32 because that switch is brand new. That one did not have a switch when I got it, so I put a brand new one in it. All right, my radio is still on. All right, I got to trim that. I was thinking of 3D printing some custom pipes. Only downside is they'll be plastic, but not melt using high temp filament. Would you have to print those as 2 pieces? Because you'd have, there's stuff on the inside, so you'd have to probably do them as 2 pieces and put them together. Okay, let's see what this does. Which way are we going? That way. No problem now. Just put them underneath for now. The rest of the wires. Put this the right way, we'd be in better shape. There we go. Like that, like that. There you go. Okay, let's try that again. What's under there? Come on, there we go. Come on. I love Savage servo boxes. These are the worst. All right, let's resettle this. Fighting it way too much. There we go. Really ain't nothing sticking out. There we go. see, we'll get caught up on the chat real quick in a second. I got one more pin in. These front pins are terrible. All right. Thanks, Rynks. See you on the next one, family calling. All right, buddy. I'll catch you later. Yeah, dual chamber tuned as best as I can. I got to go to my printer. It's out of a good budget. I got a Bamboo unit. Yeah, I know nothing about them 3D printers, but they are cool. It's the only thing I can think of printing otherwise. I got nothing else in mind. H2O13 is nitro with all of its headaches more fun than electric? That's a question. It depends on who you ask. Is it more fun? I find it sometimes more fun. If you think you're going to outperform an electric with a nitro, you got another thing coming. I think it's more, you know, the sound, and you get the cool smoke, and it's just a different experience. You know what I'm saying? I think anybody that has an electric should grab a nitro. Grab one. Try it. See if you like it. You might buy a couple. Now, anybody that's got a nitro, I can guarantee you has electric. So, I mean, nitro doesn't have to be a headache. This one's being a headache just now because it's a poor design on HPI's part. Don't mind me. I got to get this in. It's right there. Where is these? This here. Got it. Okay. See that? The only downside now is gonna be a real pain in the ass when I gotta turn it off. Holy boy. Yeah, sort of, but having a wild electric is fun too. Absolutely. Sweet. Seems to have a little bit more power now. You can move those wheels. I just don't look forward to having to turn that thing off that way. A switch will be ordered right away, and I'm going to switch this over to an IC3 plug. But there we go. We have her wired up. We got the head swapped. Only really one thing left to do. I think it needs a fire up. What do you think? You want to fire it up? Let me get a couple of fire ups. We got a little bit of fuel up there. I could put some 20% in this thing. We can let it ring. Clean up first. Do a little bit of cleaning. I can go back. Kind of upset, man. Now I gotta buy a freaking switch. I hope A-Main has a couple. Let's see. I just got my new ESC for my Grasshopper. It's 6S Grasshopper. Good luck with that. Holy jeez. That poor thing ain't gonna, man, you're gonna, oh. On 6S, that transmission's coming apart, my man. All right. Let's throw a little bit in there. Okay. Where's my red lid? Did I take it out? Yeah, I did. Let's see, Mudrone got a truck. You got an explode. I don't want no explosions. We got wrenches and bolts. That's fine. We lose those and gain those. Heck yeah, man. Let's fire it up. Let's see if I can get that primer to work. Whoa. Got a leak. Looks like something came off. We're leaking everywhere. All I need is never where I need it. It's like we had the hose come off. Okay. What a mess. Okay. Well, I hear it priming. So I guess that primer does work. Question is it going to cause me an air leak? Where'd it go? I hear you. There it is. All right, let's try this thing out. Now, this is going to be a short fire due to the fact that the wife and the kid are home and they will complain if they smell it. There we go. Let's put you on the other tripod and get a better view. All right, let's go. Try a little blow and go. There we go. I know there's fuel in there. You might have to put this on the floor. I don't know if I can get it from that angle. All right, there we go. Another Savage ready for the road. Let's put the body on. Well, let's turn it off. Let's go through that headache again. Can I reach it through here? Nope. Wrong one, no. There we go. Okay. Where did that get to? Lost the top. Where did it go? Oh well, I'll find it or I'll not find it. One or the other. Let's see here. Yeah, let's fire it up. Sure did. Good idle gap. Give it some throttle. It moved on its own. I'm not going to mess with it until I can get it out there. Take it out to the field. Give it a good once over. God, I hate these things. These Savage boxes are the worst. Yeah. Hate these boxes. That's why I guess it'll be nice once I get the Switch. I won't have to do this, but my lord. Like, it shouldn't be this difficult. That should do it. It's like HPI thought you never would need to get in here. Come on now. There we go. All right, cool. We'll put that up in there. There we go. I got to get some body pins in there. Other than that, that is another Savage 21. Brought back to life. Ready to rock and roll. Ready for its first test drive. We're going to take this out later in the week. I'll probably have a video up, I don't know, middle of the week. We'll take this out to the field and we're going to give it a shot. We're going to take it out. I have another Savage 21 body that's... What happened here? Am I good? Yeah. Huh. My computer went down. Either way. We're going to get this thing out later in the week. We're going to put a different Savage 21 body on it, obviously. And we're going to take it out for a rip. We're going to take it out. Give it a good test. So, let's take a good look at this thing. She's pretty. That new head looks awesome. Looks awesome. Let's get a good look at it. You got your 21 yellow lights with your red shocks. Classic 5 spokes with your basic, run-of-the-mill HPI tire. Look at that body. It's perfect. No scratches, no dents really. No heavy damage whatsoever. A couple of fingerprints. Check out that head. Nah, man, I dig the blue. I think the blue looks good. I'm fine with the blue. Stands out, and it should stand out. Back bumper is not even tore up. Fuel tank worked, surprisingly. Same thing on the other side. It's clean as a whistle, man. She is pretty. But, yep, that's going to be it. So, basically, we got the LRP 32 Savage ready to rock and roll. No damage done, thank God. So, technically, I didn't break it. Just had to adjust it. And we got another 21 ready to rock and roll. So, it's a Savage. Of course, it's pretty. Yeah, but you can keep that electronics box, OG. That thing's for the birds, my guy. I don't like it. So, I'm going to hang out for a few more minutes. And I can consider this a pretty successful day. We got a lot done. Got a lot accomplished. So now we have a full other truck wrapped up. Other than a switch. If you want to call it not finished because of the switch, you can. I'm going to say we're good. You'll get used to it. I better. I got 4 of them. My goal here is I want to try to get one running every couple of weeks. I don't want to buy anymore. I'm trying to not buy. So this one's done for now. I have what are we going to do next? I don't know yet. I'm thinking maybe we'll get the Offna buggy running. I think that's pretty close. I think I need a receiver, a battery, and I think that one will run. I think we'll be good. So I thank everybody for coming out, everybody for hanging out. I thank Texas for the $5 holler, brother. Appreciate it. We'll get some nitro out of that. Okay, not buy. Hey, I didn't buy anything this week. Not a thing. Not one thing. No, I'm sorry. I did buy. What did I buy? Lasso Kid, I appreciate you. I bought a pull starter. I bought a pull starter this week. That's it. That's it. Hey man, you're gonna fault me for a pull starter? I'm pretty good. That's for me. That's good. Looking at an engine or two, but I want to get this done. I can put this on the finish shelf. We can maybe shoot it out against that 32. See if I built a better one than HPI did. I don't know. This thing pull a wheelie? We'll see. What else we got? I got that Savage 25. That's pretty close. Needs a body. We got to come up with a cool body. The hot body's Dirt Demon. I think that just needs a radio and a battery. That'll be good. I think the Thunderquake is close. I need a rear pinion for it, but it's not broken yet, so that is close. The EB4, we're not talking about that. That needs help. I have an RC10, that RC10 GT2 that needs servos and a battery and a bump start box. My Rebo is going to get some love. We now have that Slayer. We can play with that. But, all right, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm just rambling now. I got nothing left to do. We've had a pretty damn good day, I would say. We got one repair, I guess, done. One little thing that could have led to a big thing. And we got another HPI Savage on the road. So, there we go. I doubled my HPI fleet for you there, OG. My Savage fleet is now up to 2. 2 runners. Later, nerd. Call me a nerd. All right. I'll catch everybody next week. Look for a video out probably during the week. We'll get this thing out and going. And we'll see how it does for a old school stock Savage 21. I think this is going to be a fun ride. But till then, peace. All right. Come on down. There we go.